Hey Radiant Souls, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome for the first time. My name is Heather. I'm an intuitive artist, author, animal communicator, energy healer for pets and people, psychic channeler, medium on a mission to empower and embolden others to connect with their divine radiant light. One of the ways I love doing that is with a monthly forecast. We're talking about September 2025 today. If this is your first forecast with me, we go through a number of things, and the first thing I like to share is a channeling from my team of guides, or someone on my team of guides, I should say. It's not always the same guides that come through. Today, they did identify themselves as Idalar, a coalition of light, and we're talking about presence. So I'll share that channeling first, and I'll be back in a little bit to chat about it with you some more. Enjoy. Hello, bright and beautiful beings. We speak to you today as the Idalar, a coalition of light. There are thousands of us in attendance here, and we ask you to attune to the frequencies that we share with you through not just our words, but our being. We would love to speak to you regarding the topic of energy and what you can use to best navigate yourself and your energy through the coming weeks in your space and time of September 2025. We would ask you to consider and harness and hone and develop and strengthen your presence. And we know the phrase, your presence is a gift, is a cliche in your time. However, from our perspective, it is important that many of you remember. It is not learning, it is a remembering, for you know. Remember that your presence is a portal. Your presence is the gateway through which all aspects of you become available. All aspects of you become attainable. And when we say all aspects of you, we mean all that is, for you are a fractal of all that is. How does that make you feel? For many, it may make you feel unworthy. It may make you feel uncomfortable. It may make you feel unlimited. There are many options for how you can receive that remembering. But it starts with your presence. And for us, in the way we would explain it to you today, presence is not simply your attention and your focus, although those are incredibly important. Presence is your ability to be still. It is your ability to trust. It is your ability to receive. It is your ability to be authentic. For if you are giving someone your attention, if you are giving yourself your attention, but you are doing it from a false persona, it is not true presence. True presence contains no fear, and it also contains no expectation. It simply is. It is the space and depth and breadth of all existence. And when you can harness it, when you can sit in the present, it is the utmost, the most bountiful recharging of your metaphorical battery that you could have. It contains within it all energetic nourishment, all energetic encouragement, all rememberings, all activations, all when you align with the present. Consider this to help you align. Present, pre-sense. It is before sensing. It is before. In our first exploration of this word, it is before your logical mind can make heads or tails, pro or con, good or bad, exciting or scary, before any of those judgments, before any of those perspectives set in for you. Pre-sense. It is unlimited possibility. It is unlimited opportunity. Nothing has yet been formed. It is the glorious and abundantly generous space of potential. Pre-sense. Presence. There is nothing for you to do other than reside within it. For when you reside within it, in this space before, in the space of all, you acclimate. You tune in. You adjust your bandwidth, your frequency, your homing beacon, if you will, to your truth, to all that you are. For as a soul, you are unlimited, and you have no preconceived expectations or notions or judgments or perspectives. And so it is very important that you return to that place of stillness, to that place of possibility, to that place before awareness, pre-sense. If you were to imagine also that presence is pre-physical sensation. For those physical sensations are what help you build that perspective and build those judgments. I see something looks a certain way, and so I draw a certain conclusion from it. If you're in the space of pre-sense, you have not witnessed it with your eyes. You have not heard it with your ears. You have not tasted it with your taste buds. You have not felt it with your emotions or with your physical senses of touch. And so it is as of yet undefined. Many of you are spending much time seeking the definitions, seeking the structure, seeking the finished answers, seeking the final destination. What shall I do? What is my purpose? Where is the world going? What will happen? It is as of yet undetermined. If you are asking the question in some regards, we would say you are looking in the wrong place. For the answer is not within the question. The answer comes before the question. The answer comes in the space of the unlimited, in the space of presence. Many of you will be familiar with delivery systems in your time and place. You order something online and you enter in your address, which is saying, I will be here to receive this package. Do you do that for your goals, your dreams, your manifestations, your worries about the future, your excitedness about your plans, your own development, your own navigation of self? Do you say, I will be here to receive it? I will be present. I will make a point in every day to spend time in the stillness, time in the space of all that can be and all that will be, and I will be present so that I can receive. I will be present so that I can recharge. I will be present so that I can be. I will be present so that I am authentic. In what ways do you stray from that presence? In what ways do you fill the void because it is uncomfortable for you? And can you, in the coming weeks, just play in the space? We do not mean for any of this to be serious and heavy feeling in its guidance. We would love for you to play in this space of potentiality, for it is a playground. It is high frequency. It is filled with love. Can you enter that space for yourself every day for the next month with no expectation, no judgment, no pre-formed anything, because it is pre-sense? And just feel the stillness, feel the kinetic potential of all that you can become and all that your world can become. For this is the time to dial in those settings for yourself. And if you are not present for yourself, if you are not present for the world and its changes, you cannot receive them. Be blessed, dearest friends, as you journey through the coming days. So what do you think about presence? Is it easy for you to slow everything down and be fully in the present moment? Or do you find that challenging? And it's interesting to me that the team didn't bring up anything that we normally would associate with that. Typically, I would think, okay, being present, yes, it's the focus and your attention, and they did say it's that, but it's more. But then also I would often go into thinking, oh, that means I need to be in meditation, or I need to be in ceremony of some sort to be present. And they didn't really expand on any of that, which to me means, or we can discern from that it means it's kind of do what you will with that presence. Maybe for you, it is just being fully present in your walk for the day. Maybe it's being fully present when you are getting ready for the day, instead of having the text messages go off, something playing in the background. The feeling I was getting from the team as I was channeling was stillness and quiet, and how comfortably you can inhabit stillness and quiet. Because it isn't, I'm meditating for this result, or I'm sitting in silence for 5 minutes because I want this thing. The efforting is what they're saying to kind of leave behind. It's pre-logic, it's pre-sensing, it just is. And sometimes we get a little uncomfortable with that. We feel antsy, like I should be doing something. This feels non-productive. This feels like I'm wasting my time. This feels like I'm spinning my wheels. Or sometimes we get into that space and emotions start to come up, or memories start to come up, and things that we don't want to deal with. But just, pushing those aside as well and saying, no, this is my cube. I'm blocking this space out just for nothingness. For the absolute joy of having space. When's the last time you felt like, oh, yeah, I can take a breath here. I can have space and it feels okay. It feels non-threatening. It feels like there's no expectation with it, just being present. We've kind of fallen off in the past few months, the structure I love to have for the monthly energy forecasts. And sometimes they come through that way, sometimes they don't. And often we have in that structure an animal totem, or the consciousness of some animal that comes through related to the monthly theme. And I'm going to show a picture here. The animal that kept coming up for this month, yes, they are in my area of the world anyway. They're abundant right now in their presence. But the cicada, or the locust. And I was out for a morning walk and I saw this picture, and it really felt in alignment with the message for me, because when we're talking about presence, we're talking about authenticity, as the team mentioned, but also we are exploring that presence so that we can then align with who we want to be, what we want to bring forward. And if we're not in that space, what we're looking for can't find us in that metaphor. And when we look at the locust or the cicada, and so what this picture is the shell of the locust, and then that locust who had climbed out of that shell sitting right next to it. How many times do we break free from our past, break free from the definition of who we thought we were or who we were expected to be, and then still kind of hang out next to it? We're adjacent to that same story. We feel like we broke out of it, but we didn't move forward yet. And then it was the dawn of a new day, and it was this coming out of our shell, and it all felt so inspirational when I took the picture in the middle of a parking lot somewhere, which, if you go for a walk with me, just expect that I'm going to stop and probably take a picture of something unusual at some point, because it tends to happen. But I really liked this feeling, this metaphor of, okay, it's time to break free from those limitations. It's time to break out of our shell, so to speak. And for a lot of us this month, it feels like discarding the old stories. But we don't just discard the old stories, the old definitions, the old limitations without also just taking a moment in that presence, taking a moment in that space of what is yet to become. Sometimes we like to already be able to grab onto the next thing because it feels safe, it feels secure. But what the energy is calling for us personally, but also in the collective, is just being, just being present. So let's look at the channeled art for the month. And if you are new here, I channel what I call frequency art, similar to the channeling you saw, where I'm kind of out of it. I'm not me. I'm allowing messages to come through me. I allow art to come through me as well in a channeling. And this is the art connected to the word presence at this time and space, in this time and space. And for me, it feels like this one goes a little bit deep. We can kind of zoom in a little bit. It looks like it is beckoning us inward and inward and inward and inward in this journey to stillness. It's got a little bit of an earthy vibe, but a cosmic flair as well. And then the different orange lines on the side to me felt like just different bandwidths of like the team I think talked about, or maybe they didn't. I don't know. Maybe I just saw that image. I don't really remember what they say. But like being present can be boosting your Wi-Fi signal, for instance. So we want to be ourselves. We want to be authentic. We want to be genuine. If we don't take time to refresh and be in that space of self, sometimes our broadcast gets a little wonky with who we feel we are being in this world and how we are being authentic. So that to me felt like just these gentle pulses of frequency emanating from our center and our core. So let me know what you think in the art, what you see. I always love hearing your feedback. And I think that's going to wrap it up for this month. Presence, pre-sense, before any definitions, before any sensations come in, just that beautiful space of potential. I hope you can find it. If you have tips for navigating to it, I'd love to see those in the comments as well. And I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you again soon.